Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mark 56. Time to go, night. Let's go, motion. Gun. Mike 56, Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Allen now on first down. He's got him in, complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 62 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Push him back.
Five wide.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 23. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Devin Bush able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he attacking off the edge that time.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Allen. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You ain't going nowhere. Show it up. Pass. I got you, baby. I got you. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Get that.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
I don't need to. I'll go on.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Yellow.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring and moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Hey, 57 colors.
Check 4. General, flash.
complete to Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set the turtle, defense. Set the turtle.
Hey, red way.
Watch the eye.
Now it's Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some doubt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mike, 44.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Alert, alert, alert.
He's checking crap.
Look out, look out.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go.
Half 85, half 85.
53, Mike, 53.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Allen off the play fake. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I don't listen. I'm a liar, right?
I got you.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
80 weapon.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Watch the safety, Chris, and he's on.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Easy.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the screen. 55, Mike, got 55.
And again, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall...
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Chiefs 14, Steelers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On play action, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Watch out, watch out.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You get blocked me. You get blocked me.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
This is Breida. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
Let's go on, 80. Oh, here we go. Oh, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, the 2-men come, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let him play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Pollard again. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Watch the shift.
On 3rd down, Allen. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
56, right there, 56.
Alert!
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
I got him.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
52.
Check 53.
Hey, tight.
Here we go.
Alert!
Alert 3.
Allen gonna throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
319!
Now Allen. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check. Check 53 is right. Here I come again. Here I come.
Hey, Zoo.
Here I come again. Mike 53. 53. Mike.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen dancing to his... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown today.
Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Nifty move. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4, Allen being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From midfield, here's Allen. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Chiefs now. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And some room to roam now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They run with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's back. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Got the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw, it's Allen. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Between 19.
53 is the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 53 is the mic. 53.
Some.
Let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Bravo.
Mike, number 53.
And again, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike, 53.
Go, go.
Check pass. 53 is the Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
44 is Mike.
Shake, Delta. Half 85, half 85.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff.